Hello, Aquarius, and welcome to your weekly general and love tarot forecasts. This is for the week of August 13th through August 19th, 2018. I will do two separate readings in this video. The first will be to look at your general energies, and the second will be to look at your love energies for the week. I've created timestamps for both in the description box below. So, Aquarius, let's see who you are this week, what is going on for you. Right here. Ooh, look at that. Master of Flames. You are on your game this week, Aquarius. A lot going on. You might be feeling really passionate, really creative, really energetic, really motivated to do something. You could be working very hard. You could be feeling very passionate about another person, idea, new opportunity, creative project, just anything. This is beautiful energy for Aquarius this week. It's just like you are on fire, my friend. And let's keep going. Let's see primarily what area of your life this is pertaining to. Okay, right there. Ooh, 8th house. This transformational area of your life is about shared resources and intense emotions. It's also about sexuality, okay? So what I'm getting here is, for some of you, your romantic energies are kind of spilling over into your general energies. And for me, that means that's your primary focus overall, regardless of whatever else is going on. Very preoccupied with something to do with this 8th house. So it could be where you are sharing resources, you're considering sharing resources, there's great transformation within you, some intense emotions you've been going through, intense connection you had that may have broken up, and you've been working and struggling through that energy, and finally this week brings some relief, like great transformation. And I will tell you guys, all of this retrograde energy and eclipse energy, it is truly effective. I cannot tell you how many people and situations of my past that have returned just in the last couple weeks. But more than that, a deep, change in perception about different things that have happened in my life, and that's going way back. And it's not even like I just wanted to think about these things. It all just kind of happened naturally, and I was like, oh yeah, I've never looked at it like that, and wow. And so there's great energy right now. If you want to dig deep and shift your perception about anything, heal, release, let go, transform, move on, become anew, it is prime time for that type of change in your life. But many of you, you're dealing with sharing or intense emotions this week for some reason, somehow, some way. But again, you coming out as the Master of Flames, I feel like you are in control, you are on top. So let's see what's going on inside of you. You might very well be calling the shots. If you are in the process of any sort of dissolvement of shared resources in business, through divorce, family inheritance, estate, anything like that, could be very highlighted this week for you guys. But I feel like as long as you maintain just a certain air about yourself, very classy, very cool, very collected, you are in control. You have the upper hand this week, Aquarius. So inside of you, look at this, Venus. This could be about, again, resources, because Venus does rule the 2nd house of resources and finance and all of that, but she also rules the 7th house of Libra, which is all about relationships. And right now, Venus is in the 7th house, okay? She will be moving into the 8th house, I believe, at the beginning of September, okay? So Venus, big deal for Aquarius right now, that energy in the 7th house. And so with 8th house here, that would totally entail a combination of 2nd house and 7th house energy, which is finances, resources, your money, all of that. And then, your romantic connections or any sort of connection, really, because the 7th house is about friendships, family, business, romance. It's those deeper rooted long-term connections. And so some of you, there is like a dissolvement of that this week, and we're like separating things. But I don't feel like, oh wow, I didn't even know that was going to go off. Yeah, so it might be a surprise for you, some of you, this energy, but let's keep going, because I don't feel like this is bad. Like, I don't feel like this is a negative thing. If anything, it's like we're finally coming to the end of it, where we're like, thank God this is finally settled. Thank God this is finally handled. Thank God we've finally compromised. Just, it's like happiness is what I'm feeling for you guys. So let's see what the energy around Aquarius is. Ooh, we got Sagittarius. The energy imbues power, superior confidence, and enthusiasm with faith, good fortune, and authority. Yes. So Sagittarius is fire energy, and this is Master of Flames. So to me, Aquarius, you guys are embodying the Sagittarian energy. And with authority here, like I said, I feel like you prevail. You have the upper hand. Good fortune. Jupiter is attached to a Sagittarius, which is good luck. You know, things going your way. So it's like you're finally getting to the end of something that's been quite challenging and taxing to you, either emotionally or to do with your resources, or maybe a combination of both, okay? So let's see what the tarot adds to all of this energy. All right, so we have the Two of Pentacles, the Strength card, the Five of Swords, the Queen of Pentacles, and the High Priestess in this position. Ooh, and look at this. Yes, we're just going to go ahead and put this out, because that is exactly what I've been talking about. That, finally, thank God this is over. Thank God, you know, I made it through. Very positive, Aquarius. Listen, any sort of like intensity that you may feel where you're like, hey, notice me, hey, notice this, hey, hear what I have to say, you just hang in there, you be diligent, you be strong, and you make sure the correct people know what you have to say, or know what you know this week, and apply that to where that fits in a situation personally in your life, okay? I feel like that's kind of a separate little message outside of this, where you need the right people to hear your side, to see your work, to understand what you're capable of, something like that. And you'll have to work very, very hard to get that attention. But if you manage it, if you swing it, you're golden, okay? This could be involving earth sign, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. But with the High Priestess in this position ending the week, that's so good. It's like you see everything exactly as it is. You are, you know, granted the rights to pass through the gates into the Temple of Wisdom, okay? And then here's the reward, the opportunity, the things working out fairly, things going in your favor, you know, you having the upper hand. I just feel like you kind of don't think it's going to go your way, and you're kind of stressing, and then you realize, oh my God, this is totally going to go my way. Wherever that applies, okay? Something to do with intense emotions or shared resources. And look at here, we have the moon, which is essentially reflection, and then we have the stone here. So this tells you, Aquarius, some deep introspection might be required to help you move through any heavier energies you may experience at the beginning of the week. Just deep, profound introspection, and I'm telling you, your perception is going to shift. And I feel like that's why I shared my personal story at the start, is because look, this card is all about what I just said. Like, look deep, shift your perception about something, and you're going to just be like, oh my God, I never saw it that way, and that's just perfect. That brings me relief. That frees me, okay? You guys are being offered that same energy, and it has everything to do with that full moon in Aquarius we had on the 27th of July, that total lunar eclipse. That energy is still very much with you, Aquarius, and this is saying you are on the right path. You are making progress. You are moving forward. Don't give up. Any sort of imbalance, challenge, it's like introspect, shift your perception, and you'll be like, okay, I get it, I know what to do, or that makes sense, or whatever it is for you personally. So you are on your right path, okay? And I think a lot of you, this just again has to do with like money, or it's splitting of resources for whatever reason, intense emotions, some of you. But overall, it's like Aquarius will prevail, okay? You just might need to shift your perception, really trust your intuition, okay? New opportunities, go for it. It's very promising and in your favor. And with Sagittarius being the energy around you, very lucky for Aquarius. It's like things should go more your way this week than not, okay? So those are your general messages for the week. I am wishing you all the very best. Take care. All right, Aquarius, let's see what's coming out for your love energies for the week. All right, get to know each other. Learning to meet another's need for love is important for a relationship to grow. So if you have just met somebody, or you're trying to get with somebody, it's like you've really got to take the time to know who they are, know what their habits are, know what they like, really fill out their vibe, and then, flow with that, and it will really bring you guys closer, or allow you to connect. Others of you, this is like you have met somebody new, or there is somebody in your life, but we're not committed, and it's like in order to like go further, we've really got to get to know each other, like the core essence of who each other is. So there may be a connection and some emotion here, but it's like there's so much more to know, and you both need to go much deeper to get there for the relationship to progress forward, okay? Those of you in a committed relationship, this would be a good week to really reassess the relationship, and ask your partner questions you've never asked before. Try to, dig deep to find new aspects, new elements of who they are. But also, if they've been complaining the same thing to you over and over, it might be a good week to actually take that to heart and really consider what they're saying. The same for you. If there's something that's really been bothering you, this is a great week for communication about your relationship, okay? Whether you're in a commitment, or you're just dating, or you're trying to get to be with somebody, it's a great week for communication. As far as like a reconciliation with somebody from the past, getting to know each other is a good card. It might be like you guys really need to start back off as friends and really get to know and understand the other person, rather than the perception you've shaped them into being. Because oftentimes when we are very much in love and all about somebody, we place them on a pedestal in which they do not deserve to sit. Okay, nobody does, but we love them so much. So this might be where, we've got to take the time to really see the other person for who they are, not what our expectation of them or hope for them is, okay? So it's all about communication and really understanding the other person's point of view on your side and the side of the person you are involved with, okay? So main overall energy is that. And let's see what comes out for the house, like what area of life. Okay, so we have the 12th house here, Aquarius. This is definitely, there's something changing, shifting, potentially ending this week. So if you have been disconnected, this could indicate this week we're talking and communicating, and we're going to decide to reconcile. If we have really been fighting with each other, not getting along, not seeing eye to eye, taking the advice with this card, it's like it could end all of that, and you guys could move forward in much more harmony with each other, okay? If you're just dating somebody and there's no commitment, again, following this, you may very well end your singlehood, and now we are a couple, okay? So there is something shifting and changing, and now since this is a general reading, that could be where you are deciding to end a current relationship, whether you're just kind of dating that person, it's just a fling, it's maybe something a bit more serious, but it's just not working out. You know, there is that element here, but I feel like that's more minority. This is more like something changing for the positive, by us opening up and shifting our perception, having communication, really hearing where the other person is coming from, just changes things, makes things so much more harmonious between the two of you. So what's going on in Aquarius? Nice. This is your ruling planet, Uranus. Your potential for sudden change, enlightenment, and awakening. Yeah, I'm telling you, if we've been having any sort of stagnation and staleness in our committed relationship, really taking the time to get to know the other person and seeing them through new eyes will change everything, okay? It's we have the potential here for things to change like that right before your eyes, all right? And I feel like it's positive, and it comes from really wanting to see the other person for who and what they are and really hear them out, and then them also offering that to you. And for some of you, this could be where an ex shows back up and you're like, whoa, I never thought I would hear or see from you again, you know, and you might not want to. You might be like, no, hell no, you don't get a second chance. But, you know, this is just like, there could be some shocking change in your relationship status or within your relationship itself this week, okay? Ooh, and the energy around you is Aries. The energy around you is dynamic and spontaneous. Crusading, impulsive action is likely. So some of you could be dealing with an Aries, but that's less so the energy of that card. It's more about the energy around you. So it's very fast moving. It's very spontaneous. It's impulsive. It's demanding. It's I want, and I want right now. It goes so perfectly with this Uranus in 12th house of like change like that. Wow, Aquarius. Let's see. I'm going to pull some tarot to add to this. What is going on? Looks good to me. Serious. You know, I don't see Saturn or Pluto up there. I don't see 8th house up here. So that's why I'm feeling this is more positive. And it could have everything to do with that 8th house energy you had for your general, where you're finally at the end of something very challenging and difficult. And you're just like, oh, I'm ready to move forward. But man, this is looking good. So let's see, Aquarius. Or you could just impulsively decide, like, okay, I want to be with you. Like, I decide. If you've been like in deep limbo about getting with somebody or something like that, or walking away from something, it's like you finally, bam, just decide, like out of nowhere. So look at this. Yeah, we have the 8 of Cups. We're walking away from something. Something's ending. Something's changing. But that encompasses many things. It's not just like, oh, the relationship's over. It could be, if you, like I said, you're just dating, there's no commitment. Well, we decide to get committed this week. Therefore, what we're walking away from is that singlehood status. So you really need to apply this to how it fits in your relationship personally. We are walking away from something. There is a change taking place here, and it has to. It's just like, we can't go on in this fashion any longer. Like, something needs to change. And then here's that beautiful change, this Empress energy. Even better, followed up here with the Wheel of Fortune. And lastly, we have the Chariot, but I'm going to just keep going because 12th house and the World. Oh my God, Aquarius. Beautiful. Yes, I feel, for the most part, for every Aquarius, whatever we are walking away from, whatever is ending and changing, is for the benefit and the betterment of you, okay? So some of you, you may have been like hoping for a reconciliation, and something about this week and the energies and the way you're introspecting and the way your perception shifts, you're like, you know what? I don't want that anymore. You might even be talking to that person. You're like, I don't I don't want this anymore. And it's like that, just kind of out of nowhere. I don't want this anymore. I don't want to get back into this. I want to move forward. I want something new. I want to be spontaneous, because that's what Aries energy is about. Here's the newness. Here's the fertility. Here's the rebirth of you after this 12th house energy. 12th house, Aries is first house. Here comes that Empress, okay? And the change in fortune for you, the victory, you taking the reins in your own hand and, you know, seeking happiness, seeking better, and the completion, the 12th house. So some of you are walking away from all the turmoil and fighting and just crazy energy you've been experiencing with your mate, and the wheel has turned and we're going into another period of flow instead of ebbing, okay? If you're just dating somebody, I feel like the more we communicate and discuss our feelings, like we're walking away from fears and insecurities, and we are changing the status of our connection into something much deeper. So, you know, it could be, okay, let's be committed, or it could be, hey, I really love you. You know, it's just different for each of you. And because of this energy, you very well could have some people coming, returning to Aquarius from the past. But you know, Aquarius, I don't feel like anything that's showing up this week from the past is what you're not interested. If you were interested yesterday, and say yesterday, Sunday, Wednesday, it's like, you know what? I've really changed my mind. I'm somebody different. I'm somebody else. I don't want that anymore. Some of you, though, there is this lovely, lovely little connection you have, and they don't live in the same location as you with the World card there, okay? They live in a different state, or they live in a different country. And I feel this week we are discussing, let's get together, let's meet up, let's spend time together, you know, let's do this, let's really see if this can happen, okay? So Aquarius, ultimately, all the way around, very positive for you guys, at least from your perspective, okay? There's something shifting and changing inside of you this week, and it's natural. It is 100% just happening, like it's written in the stars for you to just naturally go through this change. So we have trust, and we have make the effort. Yes. Okay, so with these cards, Aquarius, any sort of change that you're feeling nudged, anything you want when it comes to romantic love, you know, you need to trust those vibes and make the effort to move forward. So if there is somebody that you want to get with, or you want to really increase the depth of the relationship, it's time to make the effort, or let the other person know, hey, I need more effort from you. But trust, it's like put yourself out there, say what you need to say, but then surrender to it and trust that the universe is going to, you know, let it happen in the time it needs to happen. If you're in a serious committed relationship, what I feel again is this communication, and either one or both of you making more of an effort, actually turning the energy around in this relationship, where now we're feeling fulfilled and successful once again, and the world there being the end of, you know, bickering and all that ebb instead of flow, okay? So Aquarius, beautiful. Do what you've got to do for you this week in regards to love and romance. Be willing to let go of and walk away from what you need to. Doesn't look so much painful. It's just like finally like, yeah, I don't want this. Like something's changing in Aquarius this week, okay? So if you've been playing hard to get with somebody, I feel like that's changing inside of you, kind of like out of nowhere, and you're like, oh my God, no, I'm going to do whatever it takes to get you now. I'm going to put in the effort. Please trust me. Like, no, you're the one. Like, you might be feeling that way, Aquarius, or somebody could be saying that to you. Like, oh my God, you are the one, and I'm sorry, I'm going to put in the effort. I'm going to do whatever it takes, okay? So, Aquarius, those are your messages in regards to love and romance for this week. I am wishing you all the very best. Take care.